that definitely wouldn't be done without you guys. So, how much do we have time left? Or should we take some questions and do something?
We've got about a little under 20 minutes left, so we can totally take a few questions.
All right.
Retaliator!
Let's,
what about pirates?
What about?
All right, go on, Tony. Tell me about pirates.
Pirates.
It'll be okay, Tony.
Feet into the wall.
You can do it.
Walk the plank.
Pirates are going to wind up being one of the more interesting, I wouldn't say character classes, since we don't really have a, as I mentioned at one of the panels earlier, the formal concept of a character class. You can be anything you want, just depending upon what your skill set is, what your, how you've outfitted your character and your ship. One of the most interesting aspects about pirates is basically they're constantly engaged in theft and smuggling, and so there are a lot of game mechanics that we're going to wind up having that are tilted towards allowing them to, surreptitiously, sneak cargo past the authorities. There are ways that, they will be able to jam I mentioned the distress, beacons that ships can send out, and so for a lot of pirates, they'll have to adopt different tactics depending upon where the cargo that they're actually assaulting is. Inside of a very secure zone, a UE zone, they're probably going to wind up needing to jam the distress signal, the distress beacon of a ship before they actually assault it. They're going to potentially employ stealth tactics so that they could possibly board a ship before the captain actually knows what's happening. In some cases, they could actually wind up boarding a ship, ejecting the cargo, and by the time the captain actually figures out what's going on and sends out a message to the authorities, and there's a lag time before the UE forces would actually arrive to provide assistance, or other mercenaries for that fact. The pirate ship would have already tractor beamed in a good chunk of the more valuable pieces of that cargo and basically hightailed it out of there. And so one of the conversations that Chris and I were having earlier was just how far we wanted to go with all of the different means by which pirates could basically be dissuaded by players from daring to attack their ship. And one of the ways is obviously just it depends upon the cargo that that you're planning to carry. If you're carrying information, if you're carrying an individual politician or something that's particularly small, then the best way to get through heavily infested areas of pirate controlled space might be to just adopt the best ship, the fastest ship possible, so that you can just outrun them. On the other hand, if you're transporting large quantities of some type of ore, then you're going to want to utilize a ship that's got a good set of armor, very strong shields, probably some weaponry. You're probably going to want to hire some very capable NPCs to man your turrets to help fend them off. Because even if you're able to get a call out to the authorities to provide assistance, there's going to be a lag time. It's going to take a minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and so you're going to need to basically be able to take a few punches before help can get there. On the other hand, you may, depending upon the cargo you're carrying and how lucrative the mission is, you may want to go on over to the TDD and wind up basically hiring a number of escort ships to go with you through these through these pirate-infested areas, such that you essentially got your own little battle convoy. And in such cases, those guys, as the pirates come in and are basically, trying to, assault your ship, take it out, all of the guys that are protecting you would automatically swarm in to anyone that's actually targeted your ship and basically, try to take them out.
Hire NPCs.
Say again. What was the question?
Hire NPCs.
Hiring NPCs.
Perma-hire.
Permanently.
Oh, there's no permanent hiring. You need to pay them on a monthly basis.
Package code.